We went down to the Five and Dime, just like we'd done 1,000 times. And there she was at the soda fountain. I had some change, so I started counting. I wouldn't go there, my friend says to me. She's got a boyfriend 6'3". He said you have to be some kind of dope, as he watched me head toward that slippery slope. Yes, I headed for that slippery slope. I sat down next to that red-haired flame and asked her sweetly to tell me the name. She said, my name is Faye, but you can call me tonight. Did not expect that, but I said alright. She wrote her number on the back of a napkin. I look at my friend and he starts to laughing, like he thought it was some kind of a joke, watching me head for that slippery slope. Yeah, I headed toward that slippery slope. Like a ski hill, like a duck's bill, like a big playground slide, like a winter road when it just snowed. I was headed for a ride. Yeah, I was headed for a ride. Later on when night did fall, I threw caution to the wind and decided to call. As a napkin burned a hole in the pocket of my shirt, my friend says, go ahead, how much can it hurt? Well, concerned about outcomes is just not my style, so I picked up the phone and started to dial. My heart was racing with desire and hope as I headed down that slippery slope. Yeah, I headed down that slippery slope. Well, the man's voice at the other end caught me by surprise, but I gathered myself and cleared my throat and kept my eyes on the prize. May I speak to Faye, I managed to say, trying to sound somehow official. My heart raced hard, I tried to be on guard, not to get too wishful. She's taking a bath and going out with friends was his reply. He didn't sound too pleased, like she was hanging him out to dry. But the vision that formed in my head right then of this goddess with her soap was leading me ever further down that slippery slope. Yeah, I was headed ever further down that slippery slope. Please have her give me a call, I said. He took down my number, then the phone went dead. So surprised was I in an hour or so. My ringtone told me it was on with the show. Well, she looked like J-Lo or Beyonce. I said, who was that guy? She said, fiance. I gulped and I stammered and I tried to cope as I headed down that slippery slope, an ever steeper slippery slope. Like a ski hill, like a duck's bill, like a big playground slide, like a winter road when it just snowed. I was headed for a ride. Yeah, I was headed for a ride. Now play with fire and you may get burned. Some things in life the hard way learn. Eat the wrong shroom and you may well trip. Take a walk on thin ice and you're likely to slip, or worse, take a dip. Well, I'll spare the details of what we did. We played hide and seek, she counted, I hid. Yeah, we played all night in that field of corn, and I took her home as night turned to morn. Now I'm not too sure what happened next. I had 2 black eyes and a broken neck. My vision was like a kaleidoscope in a heap at the bottom of that slippery slope. Now my head feels like a cantaloupe smashed at the bottom of a slippery slope. Next time I'll suggest we run an elope. Next time I'm on that slippery slope.